Very pleasant day to you and welcome to Top Stories on Ugama TV. First to bring you the headlines. On Nation, Senate passes state police bill pave way for major security reforms. And on states, Enugu launches DNA forensic centers. Mba warns criminals of tougher crackdown. And on the foreign scene, US says Hezbollah attacks responsible for Israel's presence in southern Lebanon. And on business, Nigeria and 4 West African nations launch authorities for $16 billion Abidjan to Lagos Highway. And on sports, Ronaldo silences critics with historic grace as Portugal trash Uzbekistan 5-0. Bringing you the news is Precious Chukwuwa. Now the news in detail. The Senate has passed President Bola Tinubu's State Police Bill 2026, marking a major step towards creating state-controlled police services across Nigeria. The bill, which seeks to amend the constitution, will allow states to establish and operate their own police service, while the Federal Police Service retain responsibility for national security, terrorism, cybercrime, and other interstate offences. Leading debate on the bill, Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele described it as one of the most significant reforms in Nigeria's democratic history, aimed at addressing growing security challenges and strengthening federalism. The proposed law includes safeguards against abuse, prohibiting governors from using state police for political, ethnic, religious, or personal interests. It also provides for independent State Police Service Commission to oversee recruitment, promotions, and discipline. The Senate also passed the Nigerian Police Trust Fund Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2026, making the Police Trust Fund a permanent source of funding for the Nigerian police. Senate President Godswill Akpabio said both bills will improve police welfare, operational efficiency, and the fight against terrorism, banditry, and other crimes. The State Police Bill will now require approval by at least 2/3 of the State House of Assembly before becoming law. Away from that story, Governor Peter Ndubuisinba has declared that criminals have no hiding place in Enugu State, following the inauguration of Center for DNA Forensics and Criminal Investigation (CETFOC) at Godfrey Okoye University. Speaking at the commissioning on Wednesday, Mba said the facility will strengthen crime investigation, help track offenders, and provide scientific evidence for prosecutions. He warned criminals that every crime scene leaves traces that can now be used to identify and prosecute them. The governor described the center as a major investment in the state security architecture, stressing that security remains key to Enugu's development and investment drive. Attorney General of the Federation Lateef Fagbemi and Inspector General of Police Olatunji Diso saying it will boost Nigerian forensic capacity, improve criminal investigation, and strengthen the justice system. Mba also commended President Bola Tinubu's reform and support for state policing, noting that increased state revenues have enabled greater investment in security and infrastructure. And on the foreign scene, the United States has stated that Israel's continued presence in southern Lebanon is linked to attack by Hezbollah from the area. Speaking during a press conference, UN Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Israel does not claim Lebanese territory and is only operating in the region because Hezbollah has launched rockets and drones from there. Rubio said Washington wants the Lebanese government and armed forces to exercise greater control over the area, noting that increased security by Lebanese authorities will reduce Hezbollah's influence and in turn lessen Israel's presence in Lebanon. His comments come amid reports that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has maintained that Israel has no plan to withdraw from southern Lebanon despite call for an end to hostilities under the US-backed agreement involving Iran. Israeli officials have also indicated that the United States has not requested the withdrawal of Israeli forces from the area. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we bring you business and sports. Stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're listening to Top Stories on Ugama TV. Now to the rest of the news. On business, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Togo, and Benin Republic has officially launched the Abidjan to Lagos corridor Management Authority to oversee the development and future operation of the proposed $16 billion coastal highway project. The regional body will manage the 1,028-kilometer 6-lane expressway linking major economic centers across West Africa, with completion targeted for 2030. Officials say the project aims to improve cross-border transportation, reduce logistic costs, and boost regional trade along the busy coastal corridor. The highway is expected to generate about $16 billion in trade value and approximately $1.3 billion in toll revenue for participating countries. The 5 nations are also considering the development of a high-speed rail line alongside the corridor to further improve passenger and cargo movement across the region. The initiative forms part of broader efforts to strengthen economic integration and infrastructure connectivity in West Africa. And in the world of sports, Portugal captain Cristiano Ronaldo delivered a stunning response to his critics by scoring twice in a commanding 5-0 victory over Uzbekistan at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The 41-year-old became the first player in history to score in 6 different World Cup tournaments, achieving the milestone after opening the scoring just 6 minutes into the match with a superb half volley. Ronaldo added a second goal before halftime and came close to completing a hat-trick, but was denied by a goal line clearance. The performance came after criticism following Portugal's 1-1 draw with DR Congo in their opening group game, while several other football stars had already made headlines with impressive displays. Speaking after the match, Ronaldo expressed delight at the achievement but stressed that the team's success remains his priority. He said the victory was a reward for the team's hard work after a difficult week and added that Portugal had shown significant improvements. Portugal will now face Colombia in their final Group K match as a battle for top spot and qualification to the next round. We now bring you the highlight of the story on the bulletin so far. On Nations, we brought to you that Senate passes State Police Bill paves way for major security reform. And on State, we brought to you that Enugu launches DNA Forensic Center and embarks criminals of tougher crackdowns. And on the foreign scene, we brought to you that US says Hezbollah attacks responsible for Israel's presence in southern Lebanon. And on business, we brought to you that Nigeria and 4 West African nations launch authority for $16 billion Abidjan to Lagos Highway. And on sports, Ronaldo silences critics with historic praise as Portugal trash Uzbekistan 5-0. That's all on the news this hour. For more updates and breaking news, don't forget to follow us on our socials: Facebook at Ugama TV, Instagram at Ugama TV1, on X at Ugama TV, YouTube at Ugama TV, and also visit our website at www.ugamatv.com. I am Precious Chukua. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ugama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry. We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ugama TV, Instagram at Ugama TV1, Twitter at Ugama TV, website www.ugamatv.com. You can also send us email at ugamatv@gmail.com. Ugama TV, your one-stop media solution.